Listen carefully right now, because what you are about to receive is not ordinary. It is not just another message among many. This is a direct call from heaven, a spiritual awakening meant specifically for your heart. You didn't get here by chance. You're not listening to this by accident or out of impulse. I, the Lord your God, have planned this moment long before you were born. I have set this word before you as a seed of transformation that must fall on good soil, in your thirsty soul, in the spirit that has been quietly crying out. So, I urge you not to let your attention wander. Don't allow anything to steal what is rightfully yours. Every word I speak is full of spirit and life, designed to break chains, clear paths, and bring light into the darkness. Stay here with me, because what I am releasing will immediately change your direction. This is not just a passing motivation or an emotional high. This is a command from heaven, a direct intervention from the King of Kings in your life. I am sending a fresh wind over your life, a wind that blows away the dust of defeat and wakes up what has been dormant within you. Even now, as you listen, things are happening in the invisible world. Angels are being sent, doors are opening, and answers are on the way. The prayers you thought were unanswered have reached me, like a sweet fragrance. The tears you shed in secret have been stored in my bottle. I have not ignored your pain, and I have not turned away from your cry. I am the one who sees, who hears, and who answers. Look closely. I've already started to open doors that have been shut for years. The same doors you knocked on with faith, with weariness, and with pleading, but they did open. Now, they will open before you as if they were never shut, not because you deserve it, but because I have chosen to extend grace to you. This is a time of urgent intervention. A miracle is coming straight to your home. It's a miracle prepared with divine precision, fitting the deepest need of your soul. Nothing and no one will be able to stop it, not the enemy with his traps, not the past with its pain, and not fear with its lies. Nothing will be able to block what I have already declared open. Feel my presence now. It is not just your imagination or your emotions, it is real. I am surrounding you, covering you, healing what was broken, straightening what was twisted, and protecting what belongs to you. Do not be afraid, you are not alone. I am with you in the fire, in the storm, in that diagnosis, in that family conflict, in that moment when you thought everything was lost. My power is not too weak to save, nor are my ears too deaf to hear. Today, I speak with authority. This is not a long, drawn-out process. This is not a season where you'll have to wait for years. This is an immediate intervention. I am working right now. While you listen, I am acting. While you believe, I am releasing. While you receive, I am restoring. I know the conversations you've had in silence. I know the nights when you thought no one understood your struggle. I know the diagnosis that seemed final, the doors that were slammed in your face, the betrayal that broke your heart. And through all of it, I have been there watching, waiting for the right moment to step in. This is that moment. Do not let this word pass you by. Do not ignore it. Do not treat it as just another message. This could be your last call, the final opportunity before the change that will turn your story around forever. Stay here, do not leave yet. I am sealing this word with fire. It is personal, it is direct, it is eternal. While you listen, while you believe, while you declare your faith with an amen in the comments, you are touching the manifestation. I am here. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut. I am the one who promises and fulfills. I am your God. Listen closely now, because I am speaking to you as your eternal Father, the one who formed you in your mother's womb, the one who knows every part of you. This message is not for everyone. It is for you, and only for you. Every word I speak has your name written in the invisible. And while you sit here, still and focused, I am working in places you don't even know how to reach. I am entering the deepest parts of your heart, the places where you hide your fears, your pain, your frustrations, your exhaustion, and your doubts. Do not ignore this voice, for you are standing on holy ground. This moment hath been set apart by me to set you free, to restore you, and to push you forward. I am removing the pain and bringing balance where there used to be instability. That emotional roller coaster, the up and down mood swings, and the uncertainty that has made you question your faith are now being replaced with a firm foundation. I am placing your feet on solid rock, not on shifting sand. I am steadying your inner self so that you no longer have to live at the mercy of your circumstances. You have been called to lead, not to be dragged along. You were made in my image, and within you lies not weakness but a strength that you have yet to fully realize. Keep listening, because every word you hear is part of what I am pouring into your life right now. I see the atmosphere in your home. I know it better than you do. I understand the tension in the air, the awkward silences caused by wounds that haven't healed. I know the words you hold back out of fear of starting more conflict. But now, I am entering with both power and tenderness, the only one who can turn anger into calm and fear into peace. I come as the Prince of Peace, and my peace is not shallow or temporary. It is a peace that transforms your surroundings, that brings rest, that allows for forgiveness and a fresh start. I am doing this now, as you listen. Yes, right now. Every moment you stay focused on my voice is a moment of supernatural action. Don't let anything distract you. This is not a message you can pause. It is a life-giving current, a river of truth flowing directly from my throne. Every word brings deliverance, and every declaration brings breakthrough. Some tried to steal your joy. I know who they are. There were those who tried to put obstacles in your path, hiding their true intentions. But hear me now, none of them had any power over what I've already planned for you. I am above all manipulation, all hidden agendas, and all the injustices that have risen against you. Today, I declare that every invisible barrier is crumbling. The wall is breaking down, the arguments are falling apart, and the traps are being dissolved. And not only that, the very people who worked against you will watch with their own eyes as I move on your behalf. You won't need to defend yourself. You won't have to explain your journey. You won't waste time justifying your process. My intervention will speak for you. The work I will do will be so clear that your enemies will be left silent by my power. This is your day of vindication. I am bringing honor where there was once shame. I am restoring your dignity where you were once despised. I am moving hearts on your behalf. Yes, people you never expected will start opening doors, releasing resources, and clearing the way for you. They won't do this out of kindness or because they like you, but because I am moving them. I am the one who touches the heart of the king, and today, I have bent hearts in your favor. There is no luck, no coincidence. Everything is being directed with perfect precision. Every conversation, every meeting, every glance is being planned by me. I am the God of every little detail, and I am placing you in positions you once dreamed of but thought were beyond your reach. And as for your health, listen closely. Do not fear any longer. I have seen the nights when you lay awake, afraid of tomorrow, filled with painful thoughts. But today, I declare that order is being restored. Every system in your body is receiving a direct touch from my hand. Your blood, your bones, your organs, your mind, everything is being renewed. What the doctors called chronic, I called healed. What seemed impossible, I am making possible. This is not a human treatment. It is the touch of the living God upon your life. And I am not only working in you, but I am also caring for those you think about day and night, the ones you pray for without stopping, the ones far away, and those going through battles you cannot fight for them. I have already reached them. I have placed protective barriers around their paths. I have already set new routes for their safe return. Do not lose peace over things you cannot control. I control everything. Nothing escapes my care, neither distance, nor time, nor the decisions of others can stop my hand from reaching them. I also know the days when you felt surrounded by jealousy, hurtful words, and unfair judgments. And even though you stayed silent, your soul was wounded. But today I have seen you with new garments. I am giving you honor instead of confusion, authority instead of shame, and peace where there was once a storm. Before your thoughts were even formed, I had already written your story, every step, every sigh, every tear, every victory, and every quiet moment. I have seen it all, and I have held it in my hands. You have walked through places where it seemed there was no way out. You've been surrounded by conflicting voices, heavy situations, and decisions made by others without thinking about you. Yet, here you are, still breathing by my will, held not by your own strength but by mine. You are not lost or without direction. Every moment you didn't understand, every door that remained closed, every conversation that hurt, every time the applause was missing, every part of it was seen by me. And even though I didn't always show you why things happened, you were never outside of my plan. I know everything that's happened around you, and I have not ignored it. I've seen the moments when you just wanted to disappear, when words hurt more than any physical wound, when the coldness from those you thought would support you felt like ice inside your soul. I know the things you've kept to yourself, the times you wanted to speak but stayed silent to avoid causing more hurt or being misunderstood. And I know how difficult it was for you to stay strong when everything inside you was telling you to give up. But every moment you chose to resist, every time you believed without seeing, was honored by me. It has not been in vain. I am bringing a restoration that is not temporary, not emotional, and not superficial. It is deep, firm, and unshakable. The parts of you that you've never shared with anyone, those places where you've hidden your exhaustion, your desire to just rest from it all, those are the places I am working in now, in what no one else sees. Because I'm not just interested in healing what's visible, I am touching what has shaped you on the inside. I'm not offering a quick fix or a surface-level escape. I am uprooting the lies you've believed about yourself. I'm removing the thoughts that were planted in your mind since childhood, those words you should never have heard, the rejections that changed how you saw love. I am confronting the false image you created of yourself because of failures, abandonment, and comparisons. You are not weak. You are not a mistake. You are not behind, and you have not lost your chance. I am restoring the time you thought was wasted and turning it into a testimony. Right now, I am moving out what doesn't belong inside you, the constant worry, the fear disguised as caution, the insecurity that held you back in situations where you should have moved forward. I am bringing balance where there once were impulsive reactions. Where there was inner turmoil, I am placing peace. Where there was emotional instability, I am bringing clear direction. Where there was confusion, I am drawing lines of purpose. I see your home, but I look beyond what is visible to the eye. I don't just see the walls, the furniture, or the rooms. I see the silences, the unresolved arguments, the generational wounds that continue to repeat. But I come as the one who can change the atmosphere. I am transforming memories that were marked by pain into memories that are redeemed by grace. What was once a source of shame will become a testimony you will share. Those who live with you, even if it seems they don't listen, don't change, or don't understand, are being touched. My word never returns void, and everything I have declared over your house will be fulfilled. I also know the faces that smiled at you while hiding envy in their hearts. I have seen the hands that reached out to greet you, while secretly wishing for your failure. I have heard the conversation that never reached your ears, but I heard them clearly. You didn't defend yourself, and that was wise. You didn't seek revenge, and that was just. For that, I am your defender. I am tearing down every wall that was built against you by human hands. Every word that was thrown as an attack becomes powerless. Every hidden plan loses its strength. You won't need to argue or fight. The evidence will be in my support over your life. I'm aligning new connections, bringing healthy relationships into your life. People will come to you, not with hidden motives, but with divine purpose. Some will open doors for you. Others will be there to support you through the process, and others will simply walk alongside you with loyalty and honor. What you lost was never meant to stay. What caused you pain but left had to go. What is coming will not come with more pain, it will come with joy. There are things I am working on that you do not see. I am making moves in your favor in places where you haven't been. Conversations are taking place where good things are being said about you, even if you don't see the results yet. Resources are being released, hearts are being changed. Not because you have the right contacts or know how to influence, but because I am in complete control. Nothing that hath been set aside for you will ever be lost. And when it arrives, it will come at the exact right moment without delay, without any lack, and without conditions. I am acting now, without the need for any warning, because my faithfulness is not tied to the human calendar. What once seemed like a permanent part of your story, what seemed unchangeable, is being taken away. I am rewriting chapters you thought were finished. What doctors had declared final, I am undoing. My hands touch more than just the physical. They reach the emotional, mental, and spiritual parts of you. Your entire being is responding to my presence. Nothing escapes my touch, and what I am doing with you is also reaching those you've prayed for in silence. There are people for whom you silently wept, who are now being touched by my power in this very moment. They are not lost, they are not beyond held, and they are not beyond my reach. Everything hath been seen, everything hath been counted, and now everything begins to change. There are things you have waited for so long that you started to believe maybe they weren't meant for you. Not because you stopped believing, but because time, the passing of days, and the seeming lack of results began to wear down your expectations. But what you didn't know is that while you thought everything was stuck, I was working deeply behind the scenes. My silence wasn't because I didn't care, but because I was preparing something that needed to grow with the right time. The delays were not punishments, but protection. I kept you from stepping into places before you were truly ready and saved you from paths that would have cost you your peace, your spirit, and your purpose. What seemed like an activity was divine preparation. Today, you are stepping into a new season. There is a new energy in the air around you. It's barely noticeable to others, but you can feel it. It's as though something inside of you knows that change is coming, even if you can't quite explain it yet. What you are sensing is not just intuition. It is my voice speaking to you, telling you that the heavens have opened on your behalf. There is an invisible bridge between what you dreamed of and what you are about to experience. What has been built in the spirit over time is beginning to show in the natural. You no longer need to understand everything. You have reached a level of maturity where you now understand that my way of acting doesn't always match your expectations, and that's okay. Not everything needs to be understood in order to be received. Some blessings will come in forms that seem strange, but they will still be from me. I will give you things that don't look like what you asked for, but they will be better than you imagined. I will place you in situations that were never part of your plan, but they will reveal parts of you that you didn't even know existed. In this new season, you won't live by logic, but by direction. And that direction will come without noise, without struggle, with a quiet confidence that can only come from my spirit. As you move through this change, I am also changing the way you see yourself. For so long, you have defined yourself by what you lost, the mistakes you made, what others said, and the unfair comparisons. But all of that is being broken down. I am showing you what I see: value, strength, beauty, purpose. What others didn't recognize, I have honored in secret. What was rejected by people was chosen by me. There is nothing in you that I despise. On the contrary, every part of your story, even the difficult chapters, has been woven into my plan to display my glory. All the changes I am bringing into your life are not just about receiving blessings, but about a complete transformation. I am preparing you to handle what you couldn't have managed before. I don't want you to experience the fulfillment of a promise only to lose it later. That's why I'm making invisible covenants with you right now, covenants of wisdom, discernment, emotional stability, and spiritual consistency. What I am bringing to you won't be temporary. It will be part of your new identity. You will not go backward. You will not fall into old cycles, and you will not be controlled by your emotions. You will have control, direction, and vision. I'm also letting people with purpose along your path. The connections you need for this new season won't be forced. You won't have to beg anyone to stay, seek attention, or plead for recognition. The people who come into your life will do so by my direction. They won't be a burden. They will be a source of momentum. They won't bring confusion, but clarity, and they will help you put the pieces together. In the season, you won't be able to move forward with shallow relationships. While on certain distance and certain break and certain silence. Not everyone who was with you had the strength to go to the next level. You are not alone in this change. I am already ahead of you, preparing a way. There will be decisions in the days ahead, and you will know exactly what to do. Not by analysis, but by the peace I give you. You won't have to force the right door to open. It will open on its own, and you will know it's mine because it will not bring stress or pressure, but peace. Don't worry about things you cannot control. I've been in every detail. Even in the moments that seemed unimportant to you, I was there. The choices you think ruin your path, I am redeeming. What you thought was lost forever can still be restored. Not everything is gone, and not everything is written in permanent ink. I am still writing, still shaping, still surprising you. I am also bringing understanding for things that once confused you. There are issues that didn't make sense, situations that felt unfair, processes you couldn't understand. All of that is starting to make sense. Not because everything will be revealed all at once, but because I give you peace even in the things you don't understand yet. That is revelation, to know you are in my hands, even when you don't have all the answers. Spiritual maturity doesn't come from having everything clear, but from trusting while walking through the unknown. And you are walking by faith, not by sight. This is the time when many will see what you did in secret. I am raising you up, not to make your image shine, but so that others can see what my hand can do when someone chooses to fully surrender. The exposure you face will not be for personal glory, but for testimony. What was grown in silence will now bloom for all to see. But your heart will remain protected because you no longer rely on praise or fear criticism. You've learned that your true source is not the opinions of others, but my voice, which never stops speaking. Everything I am bringing into your life will not end with you. There are generations behind you who will be impacted. I am breaking long-standing patterns, behaviors, attitudes, ways of thinking that didn't match my truth. You are the turning point. You are the break from the old ways. Through you, others will experience freedom, healing, and guidance. You began this journey, but others will walk further because of the work I am doing in you right now. What you are going through is not just an emotional season. It is a complete transformation I have started and will bring to completion. There is no mistake, no enemy, no situation that will make me change my plans. What I said, I will fulfill. What I began, I will finish. And what is coming will be greater than what you left behind. You are stepping into a new phase where the weight you've carried for so long will begin to lift naturally. There is a new sense of lightness surrounding you, not because the challenges have vanished, but because your spirit has been strengthened in a new way. It hath been shaped in the unseen, in seasons when everything seemed dark but something eternal was being ignited within you. It wasn't visible to those who watched from the outside because many only see what shines outwardly. But I see the root, and what I planted in you has been growing without you even realizing it. And now, things are starting to come together, not only by my power, but because your inner self is ready to carry what you couldn't before. It has been tested in your character, in perseverance, and in quiet obedience. I know how many times you chose to keep moving forward when everything around you urged you to quit. And though no one celebrated those small steps, I saw them as great progress. You didn't need grand stages to show your faithfulness. Your consistency in hidden places was more valuable than any public recognition. That is the kind of heart I am using to bring about new things in your life. This time is unlike the last. You are not stuck in a repeating cycle. You are not trapped in a spiritual loop. You are being moved forward by a force that doesn't come from emotion, but from a conviction that cannot be explained by words. That conviction wasn't built by you. It was planted by me because what lies ahead requires a strength that cannot be built overnight. I am securing your foundation. I am making it so that the things that once threw you off balance will no longer have the same power. The voices that used to disturb your peace are losing their strength. The fears that once froze your decisions are dissolving without resistance. And that is no coincidence. It is a clear sign that the new has already started in your life. Listen carefully, because what you are about to receive is not just another word. It is not ordinary. It is a direct message from heaven, a spiritual wake-up call specifically for your heart. You didn't come across this by accident. You're not listening to this by chance, or just a random impulse. I, the Lord your God, have planned this moment long before you were born. I have set this word as a seed of transformation that must fall on fertile soil in your thirsty soul, in your spirit that has been silently crying out for help. That's why I urge you not to let your attention wander. Do not let any distractions steal what belongs to you. Every word I speak is spirit and life, meant to break chains, open paths, and bring light into places of darkness. Stay here with me, because what I am releasing will change your direction immediately. This is not just some passing motivation or temporary illusion. It is a command from heaven, a direct action from the King of Kings over your situation. I am sending a fresh wind over your life, a wind that blows away the dust of past failures and wakes up what has been dormant within you. Even now, while you listen, things are moving in the unseen world. Angels are being sent, doors are opening, answers are coming. The prayers you thought went unheard have reached me, like sweet incense. The tears you shed in silence have been gathered in my bottle. I have not ignored your pain, and I have not closed my ears to your cry. I am the one who sees, who hears, and who answers. Look closely, because I have already started to open doors that have been shut for years. The same doors you knocked on with faith, with exhaustion, and with desperate pleas, but they didn't open before. Now, they will open as if they've never been closed. Not because you earned it, but because I've decided to extend my grace to you. This is a time of urgent intervention. A miracle is heading directly to your home. This miracle is prepared with divine precision, perfectly suited to the deepest need of your soul, and nothing and no one can stop it. Neither the enemy with his traps, nor the pain of the past, nor the fear with its lies, can block the access to what I have already declared open for you. Feel my presence now. It is not just imagination. It is real. I am surrounding you, covering you, restoring what was broken, fixing what was out of place, and protecting what belongs to you. Do not fear, you are not alone.